Puerto Turifino, Antigua, Colombia. Pablo Escobar is a name that rings the bell of the money. Whether it is from good or from bad, Pablo has been and always will be a household name. But despite his crazy life, Pablo comes home to a mansion that is not known by many, but holds the luxurious life he built for himself. In today's video, we are going to take a look inside Pablo Escobar's abandoned secret island mansion. But before we begin with today's topic, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. An island in the heart of the Caribbean contains the hidden mansion of none other than Pablo Escobar. This idyllic vacation destination is completely cut off from the rest of the world, with only 800 farmers and fishermen currently residing there. It was the ideal location for a secretive chateau. Similarly to its infamous owner, it has also fallen from grace. Today, this massive estate has been left to the elements to deteriorate and fall apart. The unfortunate fate of this expensive palace is known to us. Pablo Escobar was a formidable opponent in the 1980s and 1990s. He was the man who obtained what he desired, when he desired, and from whomever he desired. Early in his life, he gained notoriety in his community for illegal activities such as theft. However, this was only the beginning. His life of crime never slowed down or faltered, and he rose to the position of leader of the infamous Medellín Cartel. At one point, smuggling over 15 tons of illegal substances per day into the United States. His estimated net worth in 1989 was a staggering $30 billion. This made Mr. Escobar one of the wealthiest men in the world at the time, and he lived accordingly. He owned 15 private jets, 6 helicopters, and more expensive vehicles than could be counted. In fact, his brother Roberto Escobar has stated on the record that his sibling once spent more than $1,000 per month on rubber bands to hold their money together. What? They had so much cash that they were compelled to bury it, where it would become the rat's favorite snack. At one point, this became such a problem that they began writing off 10% of their annual earnings in their financial records, knowing full well that this money was being consumed by hungry rats. Based on their income, this amounts to $2 trillion per year for rat food. Yes, Pablo Escobar was extremely wealthy, and we have not even begun discussing his luxury homes. While Escobar's Miami properties recently sold for just over $10 million, he was also the proud owner of an Hacienda Napoli, a 7.7 square mile estate constructed in Puerto Triunfo, a small town located 93 miles east of Medellín, Colombia. This property is arguably his most renowned chateau, as it has undergone extensive renovations over the years. In its heyday, it had its own zoo, complete with giraffes, rhinoceroses, and elephants, as well as a dinosaur exhibit containing actual fossils. As a result of its transformation into a family-friendly amusement park, his estate and style are now accessible to tourists. In 2006, it was valued at $5 billion. However, in today's video, we'll discuss a lesser known but no less expensive estate. It is infamous for the extravagant and wild parties that were held there and for being Mr. Escobar's summer residence. And today, it serves as a sort of relic to Escobar himself, eerily paralleling his extravagant spending and sudden fall from power. This secret hideaway is completely deserted, with only wild plants and animals inhabiting its white stone walls and sometimes inhabiting the house itself. Locally, Escobar's regal demeanor is referred to as La Casa Grande, which translates to the big house. And we've got to say that the locals weren't wrong, not by a long shot. La Casa Grande is located on La Isla Grande, a seemingly innocuous island deep within the Caribbean's forests. This paradise island is only a few kilometers long, and the only way to reach it is by boat from Cartagena. However, good luck finding someone to transport you there. After arriving on the island, you should inquire about directions to La Casa Grande. You won't find directions online, and there are no signs pointing the way. The trek through the dense forest will be your only clue. And after a few hours of hiking, you will reach this legendary dwelling. And once the trees begin to thin, you will find an old path leading to the spectacular white walls of La Casa Grande, or what remains of them. La Casa Grande has not received the same treatment as Escobar's other property, Hacienda Palace. Here you will not find a theme park or a family-friendly zoo, or you will likely not see anyone either. After Escobar's death, the Colombian government assumed control of his properties and has neglected La Casa Grande for many years. As you walk around La Casa Grande, you will notice an overgrown swimming pool surrounded by dilapidated chalets that once proudly overlooked the ocean but are now a shadow of their former glory. This is the exact location where visiting speedboats would have docked, but there is no speedboat in sight. One of Escobar's luxury speedboats, which is in 1989 would have cost $187,000, is the closest equivalent. Continue traversing the property and you will notice that plants cover nearly every inch of the manor, both outdoors and indoors. Tragically, while strolling through the once majestic gardens, you are likely to encounter feral pigs enjoying their midday meal. A tragic end for a home that, in its heyday, would have easily rivaled the price of Escobar's other incredible mansion, Oceana Napoleon. Therefore, it could have been worth $5 billion. It is somewhat unfortunate that such an architectural marvel has been left in ruins. Remember, this was supposed to be a party house. The summer retreat for the leader of the Medellín Cartel, the perfect place for one of the wealthiest men of the 1990s to unwind and enjoy some time alone. At its height, there were more than 300 elegantly furnished and decorated rooms for guests to visit and party. With regard to Mr. Escobar, no expense was spared. Escobar's guest rooms, including these solid gold shower heads in each bathroom, estimated to be worth $1,400 each. But if you're worth $30 billion, that's chump change. In the past, a luxury speedboat or a helicopter would have been necessary to reach La Casa Grande. The pad remains to the present day. If you believe you can simply fly over and land there, however, you are in violation of regulations. Now, Escobar has also been known for having numerous bodyguards on the property who were trained to shoot anyone who entered the property without permission. Popeye, also known as Mr. John Harold Alascos, was one of his more ruthless bodyguards. Today, however, there are no such guards protecting the home. The island's roughly 800 inhabitants have continued to live their lives as farmers and fishermen, paying little attention to the enormous mansion that once hosted some of the wildest parties on the planet. However, we believe it may be best this way. Escobar was a felon. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Yes, he was known for donating a portion of his wealth to the poor and needy, earning him the moniker of a modern-day Robin Hood. But such good deeds did not absolve him of a life of lawlessness. Escobar died on December 2, 1993, leaving behind his enormous mansions. And if you can believe it, the majority of his enormous fortune as well. Much of it is still buried beneath the ground. According to reports, there are still millions upon millions of dollars waiting to be discovered. During his time as the head of the medieval drug cartel, Pablo Escobar was many things. Some individuals refer to him as a villain, drug lord, smuggler, and ruthless criminal. Nevertheless, some have compared him to a modern-day Robin Hood. Regardless of one's opinion of the man, he lived his life to the fullest extent. His hidden mansion in La Isla Grande's verdant forest is evidence of this. However, like Escobar, this mansion fell from grace. You can now visit the island if you're courageous and don't mind a little island adventure hiking. It will not be simple, it will certainly pale in comparison to its former splendor. However, you will be standing precisely where Escobar used to party and unwind. Imagine what it would be like to be among the wealthiest if you visit. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.
Oh,